Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking into a really essential skill, actually.
Yeah, it's about how you can turn everyday interactions, even just a casual chat, into chances to gather intelligence.
Posing as a friend, but
hmm
really you're operating more like a spy. That's the core idea we're exploring.
Absolutely. It's all about foreknowledge. If you know what your rivals are really thinking, what their weaknesses are, well, that's how you stay ahead.
Finding out their secrets without tipping your own hand.
Exactly. That gives you this massive degree of control over what might happen next. You can't operate effectively if you're just guessing in the dark.
Okay, let's make this concrete. We have this amazing case study. Joseph Duveen, the art dealer.
Oh, the Duveen and Mellon story. Classic.
Right, and he was going after Andrew Mellon, the industrialist. Mellon was famously reserved, described as a stiff, taciturn man.
Who actively, deliberately avoided meeting Duveen.
Yet Duveen didn't just want to sell to him. He apparently said Mellon would buy only from him. That sounds, well, borderline impossible.
It does, but Duveen didn't approach it like a normal sales pitch. He treated it like a spy mission.
How so? Not just charm, then?
Not at all. Get this. He secretly put several of Mellon's personal staff onto his own payroll.
Seriously? Like
Yeah.
his valets, drivers?
Yes, to track everything. Mellon's habits, his tastes, daily routines, even his phobias. Duveen ended up knowing Mellon, as the source says, about as well as Mellon's wife did.
Wow. Okay, that's intense preparation. Weaponizing the morning coffee routine.
Pretty much, and all that intel led to this perfectly staged chance encounter.
At Claridge's Hotel in London, right?
Exactly. Duveen takes the suite below Mellon's. His valet becomes friendly with Mellon's valet.
Ah, the inside track.
All right. So Duveen gets tipped off the second Mellon heads for the lift. Duveen just happens to appear, also heading out.
And where were they both supposedly going?
The National Gallery, which Duveen knew Mellon planned to visit, so they walk through the gallery together.
And because Duveen knew Mellon's tastes inside out,
He could mirror them perfectly. Talk about the paintings Mellon liked, share insights. Mellon was totally disarmed, maybe even a bit dazzled.
and just like that, Duveen lands his biggest client for life.
All based on meticulous spying and a manufactured encounter. Incredible.
Okay, but most of us don't have a payroll for spies.
Yeah.
So how do you become your own spy in conversation?
Well, there's the Talleyrand method, the French politician. He was apparently a master at getting secrets out of people just through, polite conversation.
What was his technique?
Suppression, basically. He kept his own opinions, his own personality completely hidden.
So he just didn't talk much about himself.
Less about being quiet, more about making the other person the absolute focus. He'd draw them out, get them talking endlessly about their plans, their ideas.
And they'd inadvertently spill the beans.
Exactly. People mistook his focused listening for, deep agreement or friendship. They felt important, safe, so they revealed things they wouldn't normally. He mapped out their intentions while staying a blank slate himself.
That's a subtle way to gauge vulnerabilities. There's also this idea of actively testing people, right? Like King Chosroes II.
Ah, yes, the Persian king. A clever tactic. He'd test loyalty. For instance, he might tell one courtier a fake secret, say, about a supposed traitor, and swear him to absolute secrecy.
And then just watch.
Watch how that courtier behaved. Did he treat the traitor differently? Did he whisper the secret to someone else? It revealed their true character, their trustworthiness.
That knowledge is invaluable for predicting what they might do later.
Definitely helps you preempt problems.
Okay, so if we're doing this kind of probing and testing, we have to assume others might be doing it to us.
Absolutely. Which leads to the reversal.
Yeah.
Defense. You need countermeasures.
Churchill's line comes to mind. Truth is so precious that she should always be attended by a bodyguard of lies.
A bit dramatic, maybe, but the principle holds. Strategic deception, especially if you suspect you're being watched or probed for information.
Like the V-1 rockets during World War II.
Perfect example. 1944, London. The Germans were launching these V-1s, but their targeting seemed off. They kept missing major targets like Tower Bridge.
Why was that? Bad intel.
Sort of. It was manipulated intel. The British were running double agents, feeding information back to the Germans.
Ah, so the spies the Germans trusted were actually controlled by the British.
Precisely. And these agents fed back targeting reports that were subtly, consistently wrong. Not wildly off, just enough to make the bombs land in less critical, less populated areas, like the suburbs, instead of central London.
So the Germans thought their aim was improving, but they were actually being guided away from the real target.
Exactly. It was brilliant disinformation. It confused the Germans, wasted their resources, and probably saved a lot of lives. It's like putting out one of your enemy's eyes, as the saying goes. They can't trust what they're seeing.
Okay, so pulling this all together, this artful spying, this foreknowledge, it makes you seem almost, well, clairvoyant.
Right. You can anticipate things. You discourage rivals because they can't figure out how you always seem one step ahead. They can't fight what they can't see or understand.
Sun Tzu really nailed this centuries ago, didn't he?
He did. Foreknowledge isn't magic. It's not about spirits or stars. It comes from people, from spies, from gathering information about the situation.
So the final thought for you, listening. Are you gathering intelligence effectively, like Duveen? Or maybe subtly controlling the flow, like Talleyrand? Really makes you think, what level of information control do you actually have in your own world?